An HTML skeleton is simply a basic framework that you should use to create any web page. Remember that a web page consists of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Every web page doesn't have to have CSS and JavaScript, but every web page must have HTML. But if you create a skeleton framework for every page that you create at the beginning, it will help you remember where to place the HTML, CSS, or JavaScript code. So let's get started. I'm going to create the doc type declaration, just like you learned before. Now I'm going to put the HTML tag and set the language to English. Okay, now I'm going to create the head tag region. Inside the head tag, I can put the closing head tag here first if I don't want to forget. But inside the head tag, you can put the title tag. You don't have to space. I'll just put them to the left part of the screen. The title is the title that goes on top of your browser when you run the page. Okay, so I'm going to say my web page. Close that tag. Remember, some tags require you to have a closing tag. The title tag is one of them. The head tag also must have a closing tag. Alright, now inside the head tag I'm also going to put another tag, and this is the style tag, and I'm going to close that because the style tag requires its closing tag. The style tag allows you to globally create CSS properties, which we'll get into later. You don't have to put anything in there right now, but I'll give you an example. Let's say if you wanted all of your div tag elements to position absolutely, you can write it like that. That way, every time you write a div tag later on in your document, you don't have to keep putting this command position absolute for every single one. That's just one example of using it. But for now, I'm just going to leave this style area blank because I'm just creating a skeleton. Okay. Now you want your body tag. Now inside the body goes the script tag. Oh, before I do that, I can close the body if I want. The body tag does not require a closing tag, but if you want to, you can put it the same way with the HTML tag. The HTML tag, if you want to, you can close it down here, but the page will still work if you don't put it. For now, I'll leave them in there so you can get an idea of the proper way to do it. Alright, so inside the body tag, this is where I put my HTML elements. For example, the head of the header tag, then I'm going to put a title that actually shows up on the page. Would go like that. That would go in the body tag or under the body tag. But for now, I'm just going to put. I'm doing a skeleton framework, so I'm going to put the script tag, and you must put a closing tag with the script tag. This is where your JavaScript will go, in between the opening script tag and the closing script tag. It automatically knows that it's JavaScript, so you don't have to put that it's a JavaScript, but there's other types of scripts that we're not going to get into now that you can specify in that script tag. For now, you can just leave the script blank, and you know that all your JavaScript code goes in here. And that's a web page skeleton. What I want you to do is copy exactly what you see here into the window below, and then check it to make sure you have it exactly the way I wrote it. You cannot copy and paste it. You actually have to type it in, and that's going to help you remember.